this lady hitting cars.
They're fat fucking Nazis. They're abducting people from their homes and their schools and their jobs.
Here in New York City, an ICE raid or an HSI raid just took place here in New York City on Canal Street. These streets are typically filled with counterfeit scammers. However, ICE or the HSI just came through here and raided and took some of the people away. And just a few days ago, a popular citizen journalist by the name of Savannah Hernandez came through here, showed what's been happening. I myself have even documented this once, as I was once attacked and my cameraman was punched by one of these illegal migrants that was selling goods illegally. And I just caught a phone call from somebody and said, you need to go run over to Canal in Chinatown to see what is taking place. And this is the aftermath of this ICE raid. A raid just took place here in Canal Street in New York City. They came in, you got HSI, looks like you might have ICE out here. And they have taken somebody. It looks like we got a whole group of protesters that just appeared out of nowhere. Look, we have people hitting cars. We got this lady hitting cars. Here we go. What the? They just raided Canal Street and now you have a whole mob of people taking over the street. You have federal agents right here, HSI. There's a whole lot of illegal activity that takes place on Canal Street. So now everyone's pissed off. Now these federal agents are just walking down the street all by themselves. There's no car or anything. What do you think about what's going on here?
Dude, they're getting mobbed. There was just probably like 50 to 100 people that surrounded the cars and were banging on it. It's getting chaos. The agents are freaking out and pushing people out of the way. They're trying to...
There's no car. There's no cop cars here. There's no federal cars.
There's no cars. They're all on their own. Everyone's going fucking haywire.
Look at him. Look. I can't even believe what I'm seeing right now. The feds are literally all on their own right now. What do you think about what's going on here on Canal Street? New York City, what do you think about this? How do you feel about ICE coming in? Feds coming in? Any response?
Come down here no more.
Just keep yelling at the feds?
I got some for you. I don't think so. Feds come violent. That seems violent.
We got this lady yelling at this man.
You care about your friends.
And there's no Fed cars to be seen right now. What raise did you guys do?
Back up.
Okay. You literally have all of these protesters now. They're getting surrounded. And there's no federal vehicles anywhere right now. We're right here outside the federal court. Now everyone's chanting, shame, shame.
Show your face! Come on, what are you scared about? What the fuck are you scared about?
Now we do have one vehicle. They have feds and they got the guns, they got the snipers, rifles. It looks like they have one vehicle. Has a pepper gun right here. Feds are trying to move down the street. Yeah, people trying to block off the streets. They have one man underneath arrest right here.
Thank you. Let's go. Support your local ICE raids.
Got his ass.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. We have this arrest going on right here. This is just absolute madness.
Support your local ICE raid.
What makes you so passionate about this right now?
Get the fuck out of my face!
Why?
They're fat fucking Nazis. They're abducting people from their homes and their schools and their jobs, and they know what they're doing is wrong, and they don't give a shit because they're heartless monsters.
The people are upset. Look at it. You have feds coming through here. They got rifles. Yes, sir. I got you. They have pepper ball guns right here as well. Now they're trying to go inside of the federal court building. Right there is the federal court building. Wow. This lady just pushed the bridge. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh. Now they have just arrested the girl who I was just barely interviewing. She's underneath arrest right now. Who's here? Who's here? Streets of New York City. Wow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now people are chanting ICE out of New York. How do you feel about these ICE raids taking place here in New York City?
They can go fuck themselves. I am a grandchild and the daughter of an immigrant. I don't give a fuck. They would take me away if they could. Fuck them.
Are you legal here?
Yeah, man.
And why do you have to worry?
It's not about me. I'm not worried about me at all. I'm worried about all my brothers and sisters here who are trying to be legal, who are trying to do their jobs, who are trying to work for a better life. This is not fucking okay.
Now you have NYPD right here defending the federal building. The feds just went in. Now NYPD has stepped up. All the feds are inside. Now they've all entered into the federal building. Now you have all the protesters right here, and NYPD is right here.
Yeah, that's right, you're shaking. You gotta look at me, bitch.
I've seen you yelling at the feds. How do you feel about this?
Man, what? Come on, man. We on their ass. Sorry about my language.
Yeah, what do you mean by you're on their ass?
Bro, this the wrong place for that. We're just the wrong place for that.
Short ass motherfucker. Short ass motherfucker. You're ugly as shit, too.
Now we got this guy yelling right at the police.
Shame.
Everyone's just yelling shame.
Shame, bro. That's right. Don't look at me anymore. Shame. Shame! Oh, shame! Shame! Oh, shame! Sorry, tough guy. I'm sorry. You must be real afraid right now. I'd be afraid too. I'd be afraid too.
Now we got these protesters going after
lunatic liberals. I'm sorry.
You're calling these people lunatic liberals now?
Yeah, lunatic liberals here. I mean, look at these people. They don't even know what they're arguing for. It's really a shame. Most people aren't educated. Most people don't know how law enforcement functions work in this country. You know, it's a dear shame. If half these people knew what, you know, our laws are of this country and how law enforcement acts and how they're going about this, they wouldn't be this mad. I think it's an education problem.
Right now we have 4 protesters. 3 of them have masks on. They're just yelling at the police.
Yeah, it's unexplainable to me. I don't understand it. You know.
Do you think this is a left and right issue, or do you think it's just a law and order issue?
I think it's a law and order issue. I think people don't respect the laws of this country, and this is the outcome of that. It's unfortunate. You know, we should support our law enforcement and everything they do for us on a daily basis. Yeah.
Ugly as fuck too.
Why do you call him a bootlicker?
Because you give a way more of a fuck about the cops than you give about the people. Fuck you, bro.
See, my point proven. Uneducated, they're just angry. It's pure emotion, zero logic from here. They don't know what they're arguing about. They have no idea.
And what are you guys arguing about with the police officers right now?
Bro, if the cops weren't here, I would beat your ass right now.
Really?
Jesus Christ.
See, that's a crime. See, that you know, if I was you would be arrested, you know, but it's okay. I mean, that's, you know, it is what it is.
Fuck the NYPD!
How do you feel about the feds coming through here in New York City today?
It's a little overwhelming. As you can see, people are not excited about this, you know what I'm saying?
Do you think they should deport people, especially on Canal Street, where they are selling counterfeit goods illegally on the streets?
Bro, you know I got no comment on that. I can't comment on that, you know what I'm saying? People got to make a living somehow. I don't know. I will say this. America was built on immigrants' backs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I will say that. You know what I'm saying?
I think the raid took place today on Canal Street. There's some viral videos that took place there just a few days ago, and then it's been known that that's a place where they do sell counterfeit goods, and it seems like the majority are from Africa,
right.
And they are undocumented illegal migrants.
Are those the ones that they locked up?
Yeah, that's who they arrested today.
Oh, man, yeah. I hate to see anybody go to jail, but, you know.
And who were the people that went to jail? Well, one of the guys was actually a person who had been featured on this channel before, and he attacked me and my cameraman as we asked him what he was selling, as he was selling stuff illegally on the streets of Canal Street.
Yo, what's up? We don't do no fucking camera. Fuck the fucking camera.
Hey.
Keep fucking pushing.
Hey.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
He and his gang then jumped us, and one of the men even punched my cameraman. Hey.
I will smash this bitch.
Hey.
And you will fucking lost it.
Hey. And now that man is arrested, and he most likely will be deported back to his home country. What's your take on the raids going through here today?
I I don't know, honestly. They doing too much, respectfully. Everybody trying to make $1. I understand it might be illegal or whatever, but at the end of the day, people trying to make a living. And y'all coming out of nowhere.
This is one of the first ICE raids that's taking place here, HSI raid, whatever you want to call it. How do you feel about them coming into the city, the feds?
I don't know, it's terrifying. It's horrible and terrifying, honestly.
And what terrifies you as a white American citizen here?
It's for my other New Yorkers. Like, we gotta worry about everyone in the city, and this is a city of immigrants, and they belong here just as much as I do, if not more, honestly.
This is why we're fucked up. This is why we mad.
I can see you're upset about what's going on.
Very upset. I went to all these fucking protests, man. I've done so much shit just to stop this, and they sit here and guard them. That is why I'm mad. I'm not trying to say, fuck that guy in particular. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to say we gotta end this shit now. This shit is gonna keep rolling. This is a fucking snowball, and it's gonna keep getting bigger. When do you stop? When do you say no?
Yeah, so you're talking to NYPD right now. So
I'm talking to NYPD.
Telling them when they stop protecting the feds?
Yes. When do they stop protecting Border Patrol? When do they stop protecting ICE? These people are snatching legal citizens. We've seen this happen. This is not a precedent that has not been set. We keep seeing these rights get fucking vanished. These are just wiped clean. Does it matter to you guys? Do you guys give a fuck about anything? We don't want to be here to piss you as an individual off. We are here to show you that this is not right. This is why you're facing resistance.
Does it concern you just because you are born and raised New Yorker and you're worried about?
No, I'm from LA.
Okay, from LA.
I'm Mexican, and I hate that my people are just being taken. Legal or not. Yeah. I'm a firm believer that no human is illegal. It's just humanity. Nobody deserves to be snatched up by somebody in a mask and taken to God knows where. That's not right.
Specifically the things that took place on Canal Street, where they do sell counterfeit goods illegally on the streets. They don't pay taxes. Do you think they should go after people that do that?
They should be prosecuted in our federal state court, not in ICE facilities, not deported. You want justice and order, do it through legal processes in America.
Yeah,
is that
so
fair?
Now if they arrest them and they go through the legal process, do you support that?
I mean, I'll fight that too, but it's less despicable than what these guys are doing, all these fucking cops.
Now, wait a minute. What's this No Kings thing about again? What's the reason? The No Kings thing. What is the reason for the protest? Because you don't want dictatorship, and you don't want somebody to force something upon you that you don't agree with. Is that that's what it's for, right? Come here. Come in close. Come here. Did you guys vote for Kamala in the primaries? Or was she just forced upon you like a dictatorship? like a kingship. Was because I don't want you to be embarrassed. I don't want you to be embarrassed. Was Kamala Listen. Was Kamala voted in through the wonderful democracy that you people are protesting about right now? Huh? Or was she thrusted upon you? Huh? That's my question. That's what I'm asking you. See, what's good for the goose is obviously not good for the gander with you people. And y'all, you know what? Keep protesting, because it's helping with your steps. It's helping with your steps. And as someone who really enjoys working out and health, I want you to stay outside, because that's probably the only exercise you're going to be getting. That's the only exercise you're going to be getting. So just stay outside, keep protesting, get you some vitamin D with the sun and everything, and then just do that thing. Just do that. That's fine. I don't have no problem with it. Keep going, ho.
God bless this lady. She's preaching right now.
Democrats want everything free. I work for it. I didn't get anything free.
This isn't even your country, though.
But I adopted it. I've lived in this country more than my own native country. So this is America. It's my home now.
You don't want to fly a flag out of Vietnam?
For what? They're communists now. You crazy? You don't want to sit in your ass and get the government and pay for it. I worked all my life.
Amen.
So now I have my pension. I worked for it. I don't get anything free.
Amen.
So you want to get something free, go to a communist country. Don't stay here.
Right now at 6, the Bay Area braces for the arrival of more federal immigration agents.
This federal administration has a playbook.
What we're learning about plans for an enforcement operation involving Border Patrol agents and how local leaders are preparing. Plus, State Senator Scott Wiener officially enters the race for Nancy Pelosi's seat in Congress. Good evening. A lot to cover at 6. Reaction flooding in to word of ramped up immigration enforcement in the Bay Area. The U.S. Coast Guard confirmed that Border Patrol agents are heading to the Coast Guard base in Alameda. It sets the stage for larger scale immigration enforcement that President Trump has promised. At the same time, Governor Newsom is sending California's National Guard to help food banks affected by the government shutdown. That looks like a move to block Trump from using the Guard for immigration. And a couple of hours ago, Newsom warned the president against trying to use the National Guard.
We're going to be fierce in terms of our response. We're going to be focused, and quite literally, this is the lawsuit that I will file within a nanosecond of any efforts to send the military to one of America's great cities, San Francisco, that is enjoying 60%.
The governor also said sending in the Guard to crack down on crime would be like an arsonist wanting to credit for putting out the fire. So in the meantime, our chopper flew over the Alameda Coast Guard station. This is earlier in the evening. The Customs and Border Protection agents are expected to arrive tomorrow. Our Brad Hamilton joining us live from Alameda now with a look at how the community leaders and officials are bracing for the deployment. Brad.
Yeah, Juliet, while the Coast Guard did confirm that information, they didn't say how many agents are coming and what they're expected to do. But really, all of this news has sparked plenty of reaction across the Bay Area. President Trump has made several threats to send federal forces to the Bay Area. And now, confirmation that Border Patrol agents are expected to arrive at the Coast Guard base in Alameda as soon as tomorrow. 2 U.S. officials told CBS News that the Trump administration is planning to deploy those agents as part of its broader effort to crack down on illegal immigration. They say Border Patrol leader Gregory Bavino is expected to help oversee the operation. He's currently leading arrests in Chicago and previously directed controversial raids in Southern California this summer. San Francisco Mayor Daniel Lurie spoke this afternoon, saying he signed an executive directive aimed at preparing potential deployment.
For the last 10 months, we have been taking steps to prepare for this kind of escalation here in San Francisco. And I want to be very clear. We are prepared.
The city has activated its Department of Emergency Management to coordinate across departments and is working with groups like the Rapid Response Network to support immigrant communities.
We don't exactly know what the federal government is planning in San Francisco and across the Bay Area. But we do know this federal administration has a playbook. In cities across the country, masked immigration officials are deployed to use aggressive enforcement tactics that instill fear, so people don't feel safe going about their daily lives.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop fucking lying.
An embattled Safeway in San Francisco will close nearly a year after city leaders push to keep it open. Safeway says its location near Geary Boulevard and Webster Street will close due to issues with safety and theft. KRON 4's Will Tran has more.
The Safeway Fillmore area will soon be no more. Come February 7th, we know that's the final day for this store. After 40 years in business, that's the finish line. They will turn off the lights and close the doors forever. They actually wanted to close this 11 months ago, but the city and the community pushed hard for Safeway to continue, and that's when they signed an extra lease to go on as long as they are. But next year, in less than 2 months, it will be over. Let me show you some images inside that we got earlier this morning. Safeway has mentioned the safety of its employees and just theft that is out of control. Look at these images. Inside at this one particular area, you see 3 security guards inside. I saw actually 2 more outside just to keep a close eye on the shoppers. And then if you go through a line, forget about self-checkout. They removed that several months ago because it just wasn't stopping anybody. The honor system was not working. So now, if a cashier is not there, the gate is closed. It's open, of course, when you go through and pay, then the gate is open. So lots of problems for Safeway, and Safeway in the end said it simply was not worth it for them to continue. But left in the wake of all this is the community, of course.
I mean, it's going to create a food desert in this community, and it really is a community institution that I'm just very disappointed that there is not better efforts underway to save this community institution, because it's going to leave a lot of low-income people, seniors, and families without a place to go for what we need.
It's going to be a big inconvenience for a lot of people up in here.
How so?
Throughout the community. Because you have elder, you have disabled people, and as far as me, I got to go way to market and shop, or Lucky's or somewhere, but we don't have a Safeway in Fillmore.
I think I just discovered a massive money laundering scheme in California, and it has to do with this: homelessness. Some of you may have seen this headline: $24 billion gone missing. Gavin Newsom, no idea where it is, and this money was supposed to have gone to tackling homelessness. Well, I think I may have just discovered what happened to some of that missing money. Okay, so this is San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria. He's been on quite the rampage in the last couple years, making all kinds of public housing deals. Except when you look into it, none of these projects make any sense. For example, $145 million for 407 units. Here's another one, $150 million, 270 units. This is absolutely bonkers. How is this gonna solve anything? I mean, you walk around East Village in San Diego and it looks like a freaking dump. But that's not even the whole thing. It gets even weirder. In all of these public housing projects, there's one investment group that pops up over and over again, which is the Chelsea Development Corporation. Chelsea Development Corporation. Chelsea Investment Corporation. So I go to their website and they say, Chelsea Investment Corporation is focused on creating and preserving high-quality, affordable rental homes. We take special pride in our ability to structure creative financing solutions that result in the development of award-winning housing that complements the surrounding neighborhood. And then I dig a little bit deeper and we find out that the Chelsea Investment Group is an investment fund that is based in the Cayman Islands. These are definitely the guys that you want to get involved with. But their HQ is in California, 6339 Paseo del Lago, Carlsbad, California, 92011. Now it gets even sketchier. 6339 Paseo del Lago in Carlsbad is owned by this company called 13th and Broadway CICLP. 13th and Broadway CICLP is basically a shell company that's been formed by the Chelsea Investment Corporation. Okay, let's go back to this property report. Okay, so if you go back to the transaction history, you'll see that in October 2016, this headquarters, this building was sold for $3 million, $3.15 million. But in November of 2023, it's now worth $68.7 million. How does this make any sense? 2016, it was worth $3 million. Now it's worth $68 million. Then you look at the lender. It is the Housing Authority of San Diego. San Diego Housing Authority is not a bank, but it's certainly acting as a bank right now. $68.7 million to some investment group based in the Cayman Islands. Tell me this doesn't look like money laundering. I don't know. There's definitely some smoke here. None of this makes any sense. There's definitely, allegedly, I think these two are up to something shady. That's all I could say. Allegedly.
Abel Moten, a union rep for legal service workers, had already planned an event in the Mission District.
And what we've been calling for is for a general strike against the Trump policy on immigration and a whole wide range of policies.
After learning about the agents coming, he said it underscored why.
Now that it's coming home, hopefully people will see that this is not the bubble that we imagined it was.
All this playing out as the president has made several threats to send the National Guard to San Francisco to deal with crime and immigration. There is no sign that the Guard is being deployed as part of this operation. Late Wednesday afternoon, mayors of California's big cities stood together in solidarity.
San Francisco does not deserve to have troops intervene and create chaos. The chaos that happened in Los Angeles, to the extent that it did, happened because of the federal government.
Meanwhile,
I've seen now several children staying in this encampment behind me, living in trash. Oakland PD was called to assess the situation. Officer, I just couldn't believe it. I'm glad you're here, but we just saw a child there. You guys were talking to a child. Is everything okay?
There's people, there's whole families, there's adults, there's juveniles, there's pets.
There are kids living out here.
Yes, there's kids living in RVs.
So why isn't, like, the state called in to get the kids out of here?
I don't have all those answers for you, all right?
Okay.
Anything I can do for you, sir?
No, but I just wanted to, there was this child's not being
she's
abused.
reunited with their mother.
Okay, child got lost?
No, she's not. She's with the mom.
Okay. You've got a mom and her child. How old's your baby?
He is almost 2 months, actually. You're a month now. Yeah.
And you've been living out here with the baby for how long?
For a minute now. I've been pregnant out here.
All right, so there are children living out here.
There are some children that's living out here.
It's crazy.
Like this young lady, she went into labor. She used to come to one of our shower services because once upon a time last year we did portable shower services.
So you got diapers here, you got bottles, you got tarps.
We went and bought these for her.
Why are there so many kids out here?
If the politicians and the mayor do a little something more than what's being done, then things could change around. Because once upon a time, if they had 12 complaints or more on a property that wasn't being taken care of, Alameda County was supposed to seize that property.
As you can see, I'm very tired. And not really too much for him. He's great. It's just this environment is tiring.
How long have you been in Oakland?
Almost 2 years now.
2 years now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I came here to take care of my auntie, and then she kind of bailed out, and I just been here.
You couldn't get back home to New Orleans?
I don't want to. I lost everything there. My dad, my big brother. It's not home anymore. So, and I wanted to see more before I die. You know, like, it's so beautiful out here. Y'all sunsets and sunrises are the most beautiful I've ever seen so far in my travels.
This is, again, another sad state of affairs here in Oakland, California, where you have homeless encampments, RV encampments on pretty much every single corner. This has been just normalized, yet this is a tragedy on America's streets, and the crisis has exploded out of control.
We got this. San Francisco has been through tough times before. We are a city on the rise. I have this community's back, and we can handle whatever comes our way.
a few moments later.
Y'all sleeping. That's insane, bro.
This is right out of the dictator's handbook. Donald Trump does this over and over again. He says he's going to send in the National Guard to address uncontrollable crime rates, which are fictitious.
A fatal stabbing shakes the West Portal neighborhood.
Another caller advising there's a male down on the ground surrounded by blood.
This 911 operator recording captured the influx in calls from bystanders and witnesses who tried to help after a person was stabbed around 4:30 p.m. Wednesday near the intersection of Junipero Serra Boulevard and Ocean Avenue.
This is a horrific tragedy, and we know that this is affecting that neighborhood, and our hearts go out to the family of their loved one who passed away.
Another 911 operator recording confirms a child was next to the victim.
Witness calling it in says the victim had a child with him, elementary school age. Child is safe and it's with the bystander.
Rachel Rocha is the director at Alpha Kids Academy, a school near where the stabbing took place. She said one of her co-workers saw the commotion.
She saw the child standing there very upset and just a lot of chaos and people trying to kind of help as much as they could. I think it happened very fast.
People we spoke to say the victim is a parent of an elementary school student at SFUSD's Commodore Sloat School. The San Francisco Unified School District confirmed this stabbing took place off campus after school hours. We're told the principal at this school is sending letters to parents today to address safety concerns. SFPD confirmed the suspect fled the scene. What about the suspect? What are you guys looking into?
We have information on the description of the suspect. We're not releasing any further details on the suspect at this time. We are still trying to gather witness statements and gather any other information that may lead toward the identification of that suspect.
Residents in this area are urging the police department to increase their efforts.
We're just feeling very on edge and just really want this person caught so that we all feel safe in a community that we really thought was very safe prior to this happening.
In San Francisco, Luz Peña, ABC 7 News.
But first, he needs to create conditions for anxiety. He needs to create the conditions that he can, quote unquote, then solve for. So what does he do? He sends out masked men. He sends out Border Patrol. He sends out ICE, creates anxiety and fear in the community so that he can lay claim to solving for that by sending in the Guard in the first place. This is no different than the arsonist putting out the fire. We need to call that out, and we cannot play his game.
Now, for anyone wondering if it's legal to deploy Border Patrol agents, it is, but it has to be directed by the president under federal immigration law. Juliet?
Brad, thank you. The Department of Homeland Security just released a statement saying, quote, as the secretary said on Monday, DHS is targeting the worst of the worst criminal illegal aliens, including murderers, rapists, gang members, pedophiles, and terrorists in cities such as Portland, Chicago, Memphis, and San Francisco. As it does every day, DHS law enforcement will enforce the laws of our nation. The other part of this story, Governor Newsom is deploying the National Guard to help food banks. Sarah Donchie is here with what he's calling a humanitarian mission.
Yeah, Juliet, that's right. The governor has not released too many details about that or specifics. We don't know exactly where the guardsmen are going or when they'll get there, which obviously are important details. But Newsom says this is in response to the government shutdown, specifically the loss of CalFresh benefits for more than 5 million people in our state. His office says they're also fast-tracking $80 million in state support. We talked to Bay Area food banks who say they were caught off guard by that announcement, and they say that they need now more than anything major funding.
As we prepare for literally hundreds of thousands of individuals in our local community alone losing their CalFresh benefits beginning November 1st, we're just grateful for the recognition that we need support. And any support is welcome. Of course, funds is what we most need.
The deployment comes as the state is in an ongoing legal battle with the federal government over control of the National Guard. We asked a constitutional law professor about potential conflicting orders from the governor and from the president.
What would happen if Governor Newsom called out the National Guard to work at the food banks and the president said, I don't want him to do that. I want him to go down to the ICE office. And the answer is we don't know, because like so many other things at this moment, it's unprecedented.
So if you were wondering, this is actually not the first time the National Guard has been sent to help food banks. Juliet, you might remember they were deployed during the COVID pandemic, since many regular volunteers were forced to stay home at the time. So again, as you heard Rory Little say, if there's a conflict, we really just kind of have to wait and see what will happen on that front.
A much different scenario this time. Sarah, thank you.
I'm a Democrat, but I don't understand what the party is doing. They shut down the government. As from what I understand, is they're holding out because they don't like the orange man in office. So why are they blaming the other side when they're the ones that they have to come to the table and do the votes? They have to vote the right way to open the government and make sure that everybody has their checks and is getting paid. And I think it's kind of cruel to actually sit back and not participate because you don't feel like the other party is doing what you want them to do.
Regarding, you mean not doing what you're doing regarding health care?
Regarding health care, regarding all of it, really. They want to give the there's a trans section in there as well. They want to give money to to afford trans surgeries for young kids and all this stuff that the Democrats have now gone into, which I am nowhere near. In fact, I think I'm going to be leaving the Democrat Party because this happens this happens too often, where they're blaming the opposite party when they know they can do the right thing. They need to do the right thing and reopen this government instead of keeping it shut down like they're hijacking the American people. I've seen it before. We've seen them vote the right way when they're in power. So why the hell can't they vote the right way when they're not in power? So get this government back open, get the American people what they deserve. And this is basically a Schumer shutdown from what I've seen, from what I've been watching on C-SPAN, what they show and what they show the Democrats whining and crying and blaming. That's what I see.
All right, Jason.
Good to see all of you. Thank you for being here. I'm Kristi Noem. I'm the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, and it's wonderful to be with all of you today and give you an update of not just what the work that President Trump is conducting across the country to make families and their communities safer, but also what this office in particular has focused on, the results that they have delivered, but then also what the state of Florida and the partnerships that they have brought to the federal government as far as incarcerating criminal illegal aliens and bringing them to justice. Today marks 9 months since President Trump has been in office and since he began his work to restore American safety for our families that live here. What he has accomplished for the American people is nothing short of extraordinary. We appreciate what he has done to make us safe again, to secure our borders, and to make sure that he's protecting our people. Since January, the Department of Homeland Security has arrested over 480,000 criminal illegal aliens. 70% of those individuals have criminal charges against them or have been convicted of those criminal charges. Across the country, we're making communities safer so that families can thrive and they can prosper and they can enjoy the kind of freedom that this country was established to provide. Unfortunately, many times we see the news distorting the truth and not bringing the real facts of the stories to the American people, and that is one of the reasons why we're here today, is to make sure that we're focused on what this office has done, our HSI officers, our ICE officers, the criminals that they've taken off the streets here in this city and also this state, and what we can do to get many of these items like you see on the table in front of me out of our communities. You see in front of us illegal rifles, handguns. You see drugs that have been taken off of our streets that are saving the lives of Americans every single day. I want to speak directly to the American people today and remind them and recall the fact that we are focused on the worst of the worst, bringing these individuals to justice. We're not going to let individuals terrorize our streets anymore, and we're not going to let them make victims out of families that live in this country. I'll give you some examples of individuals that were brought to justice here in Sarasota and in this area. The first one I'll talk about is a convicted murderer whose name is Eric Carlos Artiles Ramos, an illegal alien who was from Cuba. He had a prior removal order in 2008, and now because of the work of this office, he is off the streets. He was also previously convicted of kidnapping and carjacking. We also have another individual, Oscar Alfredo Retena Marroquin, an illegal alien from El Salvador. He was convicted of sexual assault against a child and in 1995, and he was also arrested for DUI. He has been deported twice before, in 1999 and in 2019. Reentry after deportation, I'll remind all of you, is a felony. The next individual is Arturo Sanchez Morales. He's an illegal alien from Mexico. He was arrested for driving drunk, and he's already been deported once before. He re-entered, which is a felony, and was issued a final order of removal in 2016. He had previously been arrested for burglary as well, for possession of cocaine and larceny, and has convictions for multiple DUIs and lewd acts against a minor. And again, I'll talk about Leilis Ronaldo Benaro Zarin, who is an individual from Honduras who's been in this country illegally, and he has a conviction for domestic battery. He'd been deported twice before, in 2011 and in 2017. These individuals are just a handful of people that have been in this country creating victims out of American citizens that now those families no longer have to worry about. Not only have they been brought into and incarcerated, but they're going to be brought to justice and pay for the crimes that they've committed. Every single day, our law enforcement officers put their lives at risk to protect the American people. Every single day, they get up and they go do their jobs to make sure that American families can live the lives that they've dreamed of since they were young.
Crying harder, crying harder. Trump is your president. Crying harder, crying harder. Trump is your president.
On the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist!" exclamation point, "Catch!" exclamation point.
Do you think Donald Trump is a fascist?
Yes, I do.
No one has ever been more dangerous to this country than Donald Trump, and he is a fascist to his core.
Hey, let me shut down the city! We are at war!
We're at a war right now.
We are at war.
So you have to be willing to do whatever is necessary in order to save the country.
And that's why the gloves are off.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
And yes, there are many threats to democracy. We see it with these extreme candidates.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
But you can only push people so far. And then they start to take matters into their own hands.
What the American public want is for us to bring actual weapons to this bar fight. This is an actual fight.
You know, this is literally call to arms.
The MAGA movement is a threat.
But Michelle says that, when they go low, we go high.
No. With all due respect, if they go low, we don't go high.
When they go low, we kick them.
We take them to the mud and choke them out.
And make sure that they stay down. And you know what? Kick them when they're down, because they deserve it.
Get up in the face of some Congress people.
We are going to be in your face. We are going to be on your...
We have to fight this in the streets.
We're going to fight it in the streets.
It's time to step out of your comfort zone and step out into the streets.
To our Republican colleagues, if you do not see the light, we will bring the fire. Resist! You and your little friend off of Twitter. Y'all about to find out.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
He's not going to have a third term. He may not finish this term.
That's the last few days you woke up thinking there might be news. Just saying. Just saying. There will be news sometime. Just so you know, there will be news.
I want to be remembered for courage for my faith. That would be the most important thing. Most important thing is my faith in my life.
But if you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.